Spice World videos. We're back in Torrevieja and we've got some more latest news. And if it's the first time to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button because we're going to keep you up to date with all the latest news. And you know, we go all over Spain and not just the Costa, Blanca and the Canary Islands, Balearic Islands. We're off to Almira. So if you've never been to Almira, we're going to go and check it out. We'll check the property prices out, see if it's a lot cheaper down there to what it is up here on the Costa Blanca. So we'll do some property checks, check the area out. And if you've been to Almira, you can let us know in the comments what you think of the place. And today we're going to be taking a walk around Torrevieja, and as you can see by that clock there, it's already 31 degrees and it's a scorcher. Of course, it's a big warning, especially if you're having Chinese in Madrid area. Yeah, big scandal, and that's what we're going to be telling you about. The big scandal with the Chinese restaurants and illegal slaughterhouse. And of course, make sure you watch it right to the end because we've got a nice little video of a car robber. Yeah, so the police managed to catch him. It was a bit of a tricky job, calls for reinforcements. But first we're going to tell you about this illegal slaughterhouse which has actually been dismantled in Madrid. And they were using false documents as well, and of course it's all been unregulated. All the meat sales were of course all dodgy sales where it's not been legit, and it was a bigger criminal network they've actually uncovered right across Spain apparently. And this was broken by the local Guardia Civil in Madrid. The criminal organised network organised the clandestine forms of a slaughterhouse in Madrid, Toledo and Ávila, and is accused of distributing this meat illegally, and where they slaughtered the animals and everything. All this meat ended up in the Chinese restaurants local. It was getting sold to like private customers in these restaurants, and so far they've arrested 12 people, and not looking good, especially if you're eating in these restaurants, because the way the meat was getting slaughtered and their hygiene and everything, and also rats as well. And all these people are going to be facing charges including public health offences, animal cruelty, document fraud, and they're saying a membership of a criminal organisation of money laundering. Saying inside this horrific slaughterhouse in San Fernando, they found like a lot of animal cruelty, sort of severed heads they say, and dead rats all over the place. They said there was over 200 goats in there, and as well as 200 goats, sheep, all in appalling conditions. So they reckon there was other slaughterhouses as well in Toledo, so it was all farms all around that area. So yeah, big criminal network they've busted. And they're saying it was all, this meat was all distributed all around 10 Asian restaurants in Usera and Cobo Calleja. So they're like 4 of these establishments are now being shut down. But yeah, if you were going out for a Chinese, you didn't even realise what you were actually eating. 7 raids in all, they reckon, even houses as well as the farms and slaughterhouses. And yeah, affected over 350 animals, and they've had to put them all down. Saying it was a starvation and all kind of things, diseases, severe kind of deformities. So yeah, dodgy, eh? Eating Chinese up in Madrid. Of course, the health people here said, yeah, very serious risk, health and safety, because obviously this meat is not traceable. That's what's been going on with the old Chinese restaurants and the dodgy meat. Thank goodness they busted that. Also, what else has been happening here in Spain? Oh, Pedro Sanchez had a good old spend up. He's actually announced that he's going to be spending 48 million euros universal aid scheme, providing €100 vouchers for children under 16 to buy glasses or contact lenses. He said it doesn't matter whether the family's on income support or any benefits whatsoever, they'll all be entitled to this €100 voucher. Get them some glasses sorted out. Contact lenses, eh? Under 16. I've never known many kids to have contact lenses under the age of 16. He said the other initiatives is, of course, start improving the school dinner meals in Spain, in the old schools there, get better quality meals. And of course, it ain't just the school meals he's splashing out on. It's also helping people with their housing support, all these kind of programs that are going to be happening. And he says these programs just deployed to reassure the public that social spending will not be sacrificed in favour of military expansion. We've got a little update on the big shooting that happened just down the road here on the Costa, where the 21-year-old Irish man actually got shot, and he's still in ICU at the moment. He got shot actually at night. It was in the evening time, just by Lazinia Boulevard there, the big shopping centre, and someone come across him like holding his head with bullet wound to his head, pouring of blood. And then that's when he was rushing to intensive care, and he's still in intensive care. But there is some good news. They've actually caught 2 culprits for the actual attempted murder. The police right nearby to where the incident happened, they found the bag, and inside the bag was the victim's phone, the revolver and some ammunition. The police managed to gather a load of evidence, and the 2 people they were actually arrested, 27 and a 45-year-old man, and they're actually from Pilar de Orada, which is literally just down the road, just after Campermore there on the Costa. They actually searched the accused person's home, done a proper search, and they end up detaining one of them and letting the other one out on bail. That's what's going on. Of course, we don't get a lot of gun crime here, not this part of the Costa Blanca. So the good news is they actually caught the person. But we have other news, of course, and especially if you've got a place in Mallorca or holiday home and you drive a car, it ain't looking good. And what they're saying is foreign owners will only be allowed 1 car. So 1 car only you'd be allowed to have on the island if you actually got a holiday home there or live there. They're saying is foreign homeowners will only be allowed 1 private car on Mallorca. If they have a second car, they're going to have to pay a kind of entry fee, that's what they're saying, to register it on the island. So yeah, 1 car you're allowed, private, but any more you're going to have to start paying. It ain't the case of just start paying, you're going to have to pay how long you're actually going to be like coming into Mallorca. The time limit is going to depend how much you're going to be paying. Wow. It's all money, 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 isn't it, eh? If it ain't fines, it's money other ways. By the way, before we tell you much more about Mallorca and the cars you're allowed, if you've never been to this part of Torrevieja, this is the famous Plaza Constitución. And this is where you've got the main town hall, which is literally just there. And of course, you've got the beautiful church. Oh yeah, this measure is all aimed on Mallorca Island, just like I mentioned, to ease all the congestion on the roads, especially around the summertime. And they reckon with the arrival of all the new hire cars and everything, estimated to between 90 and 100,000 cars on this little island. Right on cue, eh? 1 o'clock. And they reckon not just that figure alone, they're talking about also the people that actually live there on the island. There's, of course, there's going to be more cars than that. That's just the tourists coming in. So yeah, they're saying under the new rules, you're going to have to pay an entry fee just to come in, and it's subject to how long you're going to be coming in on the island on a daily quota. That's what they're saying. And they're saying this draft that's just been done is going to be coming in very soon, literally within weeks. The 13th of June, that's when this new rule comes in. So if you've got a second home in Mallorca and you've got more than 1 private car, you're going to have to pay for your second one. And it depends how long you're going to be coming in and out. It ain't just there either, because now they're trying to cap the amount of car hire you're allowed on the island as well. So they're trying to get that bill through. And there's already over 1 million vehicles on the road, so they're trying to tackle the problem. According to Gomez, they reckon the process will be worked as follows. The council will set on the annual or biennial cap on the number of vehicles allowed onto the island, with priority given to electric and non-polluting cars. So yeah, that's enough for the old Balearic Islands there. More closer to home, of course, not far from here, literally 35 minutes. You'll be on La Manga Strip, beautiful there, as you know, we've done videos. But yeah, they've actually apprehended, the police there, a suspect actually trying to nick a car. And this is the video. eh? So they caught them. There's also other kind of news going on as well. And on the Tenerife Island, sad news really, but there were two teenagers, only 23, and the autopsy was done on their deaths, and apparently it was a drug overdose. Yes, the two youngsters, as you know, it's Party Island there, isn't it? Down by Los Americas this was. And poor two teenagers, sadly to drugs, they've kaput. So yeah, sad news. Found dead in their apartment. Yeah, drug overdose. Yeah, it's don't want to be taking drugs. That's one thing you don't want to be doing. But there is other bits of news going around as well. We've got some news what the EU has banned. If you're coming into the EU, Spain, any of these EU countries, there's certain items now that are banned that you can't bring in with your luggage. They are saying if you're flying from the UK to Spain, it gets even more complicated because there's lots of fresh food and meat, dairy, cream, all your kind of treats. They're all barred. Of course, there's hazard ones as well, like the batteries. That is, of course, people have these battery packs and like this kind of portable electric devices. They're saying you can't pack them in your hand luggage. And there's other things like placing your portable batteries, commonly known as they kind of saying your battery packs, what you use for your phone and things. Some people just chuck them in your suitcases. No, they've got to be in on your hand luggage when you go on the plane. I suppose it makes sense, doesn't it, really? Because if anything starts to smoke, you're going to be able to sort it out. Once it's down in the hole, the whole baggage starts to explode. That's when you've got problems. And they say problems, these things, obviously you know, can overeat. You've got the new rules here, what you need to know about the new power bank rules, they say. What they're saying is, of course, you've got to have all these power packs in your hand luggage, and it can't concede more than 100 watts. However, they do say some airlines might let you have 160. Of course, that's watt hours, they say charging hours. They're saying each device should be protected individually, and this can be done by wrapping tape around the terminals there, and the power pack that you've got has got to be separate in a kind of bag. If you think you want to charge your power pack while you're flying, of course you're not allowed to do that either. You can't just whack the power pack to your phone to charge it while you're up in the air, or your laptops. You're not allowed to attach any of these power packs to your devices. So basically they're the old rules there. Of course a lot of it is common sense, isn't it? Got some good news, and Renfe, you know, one of the big railways here in Spain, they're slashing all the prices so you can actually travel throughout Spain for €9. But you're going to need to be quick, because this is only on to the 1st of June. So you need to get on the Renfe, the old website there, and get your tickets. It's €9 each way, literally anywhere in Spain. Renfre's only just launched this, literally the 26th of May. So obviously it's not on for long, literally a week. So you've got to get in there quick. But we've got the other ones out here as well. Avlo routes, tickets on AV high-speed trains, starting at only €15. And they're saying this offer is valid for travel on the AVE, the AV International, Alva, and the Euromed, and intercity trains. And from the 16th of June to the 14th of September for €15, eh? That ain't bad, is it? €15 on a fast speed train. Basically, they're saying all these three Spanish train companies, Renfe, Ivo, and Ugo, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but they're all up in their game for the summer 2026 as well, offering more routes and frequencies than ever, they're saying. Earlier this week, French-owned Ugo announced their exciting news as it's adding more options for summer travel between Madrid and Malaga from the 30th of June all the way up to the 14th of September. It's good here in Spain, isn't it? They do a lot of discount for the old trains. It's not like England, it costs an arm and a leg. You can get about, of course, did mention a long time ago as well, you can get a pass as well. You can get it off the bus driver, I think, if I remember rightly, for like €20. You get the card. Your first €2 actually pays for the card, and this card gives you discount everywhere you go, and it works out like 60 cents, like every local trip you do. So yeah, that's like the travel bus card here. Got all these deals you get. Like we done a deal recently. We went up to Madrid. I think it was 22 euros return each on a fast train. You can't knock that, can you? Literally, it wasn't even hard either. Torrevieja bus station, down to Alicante train station, and up on the fast track train. A few hours later, we're in Madrid. Finally, we've got some good news as well. As you know, there's blind people about, and you've got these dogs, these guide dogs. They call them service dogs here in Spain. But yeah, new ruling now, they're allowed to go anywhere, basically, bus, train, even on a plane, free of charge. They're not going to have to charge you anymore. So yeah, if you've got a dog and it's your guide dog or whatever to get you about, I ain't going to be charging you anymore for any of these transports you're going to be jumping on. It's been a year since it was proposed and finally it's gone through. So yeah, that is great news, isn't it, eh? Shouldn't have to pay for your guide dog, especially if it's getting you about. It's bad enough being blind or needing a dog to help you by. But yeah, we're back on the promenade, as you see, Torrevieja. Coming up to 1:30 in the afternoon. It's a siesta time, isn't it, here in Spain? So that is all the latest news, and I'm keeping you up to date with anything that comes through worth reporting. As you know, the other day we posted, check that out if you've missed it, the Ryanair, the baggage rules, and yeah, apparently they're going to be coming in November, 25th of November, this carry-on malarkey. They can't get away with it anymore, so they can't charge you. So check that video out I've done yesterday, and also if you find the video helpful today and you want to support Paradise World videos, as you know, we've got people that subscribe to the channel, the members, they get to see the videos early. And if you want to support and buy me a coffee or become a channel member, check the links below. Or if you want to be like all these others, jumping on this Currency Direct and getting yourself registered and getting some good old rates on your currency, especially if you're buying a house, brilliant. No banker's draft or anything charges, no commission charges. Unlike all the others people will mention are really good. You're not as good as Currency Direct because they've actually got an office and they've got a help phone number. And like I mentioned, very soon, once this IBAN number gets sorted out, you can all cancel your bank contracts and won't be ripped off 40 euros a quarter on your bank charges.